How to build pages that actually convert visitors into phone calls.
Welcome back to the SEO Playbook. I'm Charlie, and if you've been following along with this series, you now know how to stop burning money on Google Ads and how to create local SEO pages that actually rank. But here's the thing. Getting people to your website is only half the battle. Today, we're going to talk about the other half, the part that actually puts money in your bank account. We're going to dive deep into how to build pages that don't just attract visitors, but convert those visitors into paying customers who pick up the phone and call you. And let me tell you, this stuff works. I had a client last month, a carpet cleaning company in Denver, who was getting about 200 visitors a month to their website, but only getting maybe 3 to 4 phone calls. After we implemented the strategies I'm about to share with you, same traffic. But now they're getting 25 to 30 calls a month. Same visitors, same website, just optimized for conversion. So if you're ready to turn your website from a pretty brochure into a lead-generating machine, let's dive in. The 3-second rule that makes or breaks your business. Here's a harsh reality that might hurt a little bit. When someone lands on your website, you have about 3 seconds to convince them not to hit the back button. 3 seconds. That's barely enough time to read a sentence, let alone make a good impression. But here's what's happening in those 3 seconds. Your visitor's brain is making lightning-fast decisions. Is this what I was looking for? Does this look professional? Can I figure out how to contact them? Do I trust these people? If any of those answers is no, or even, I'm not sure, they're gone. And unlike a Google ad where you only lose money, with organic traffic, you're losing a potential customer who found you for free and was interested enough to click on your website. It's like having someone walk into your store, look around for 3 seconds, and then walk out. Except in this case, they might never come back. The mobile-first reality check. Before we get into the specific strategies, we need to address the elephant in the room: mobile optimization. And I'm not talking about having a website that works on mobile. I'm talking about a website that's designed for mobile first. Here's a statistic that should wake you up. 78% of people searching for local services are doing it on their phones. Not their computers, not their tablets, their phones. And they're usually not browsing casually from their couch. They're standing in their flooded basement, or their air conditioner just died in the middle of July. Or they just got home to find their front door lock broken. These people are in crisis mode, they're stressed, and they need help now.
So when they land on your website on their phone, and they have to pinch and zoom to read your phone number, or your Call Now button is the size of a grain of rice, you've just lost a customer who was literally ready to pay you money to solve their problem. I can't tell you how many times I've looked at a business owner's website on my phone and had to ask them, how do you expect someone to call you from this? It's like putting up a billboard with text so small you need binoculars to read it. The psychology of the desperate customer. Let me paint you a picture of your typical website visitor. It's 9 p.m. on a Wednesday. Sarah just got home from work and there's water all over her kitchen floor because her dishwasher decided to have a meltdown. She's tired, she's stressed, and she needs a plumber right now. She grabs her phone and searches, "Emergency plumber near me." Your website comes up in the search results. She clicks on it, and now she's on your homepage. What is Sarah thinking in this moment? She's not thinking about your company history or your awards or how long you've been in business. She's thinking, can these people help me tonight? How much is this going to cost? Are they going to rip me off? How do I get them to come to my house right now? Your website needs to answer these questions immediately, clearly, and convincingly. If Sarah has to hunt around your website to figure out if you do emergency calls, you've already lost her to the next search result. The conversion formula that actually works. All right, let's get into the nuts and bolts. Here's the formula for a page that converts visitors into phone calls. Clear value proposition plus trust signals plus easy action plus urgency equals phone calls. Let me break each of these down. Clear value proposition. This is your what we do and why you should choose us statement, and it needs to be the first thing people see. Not buried in paragraph 3, not hidden in your about section. front and center, above the fold. Good example. Emergency plumbing service in Phoenix. Available 24/7, licensed and insured, free estimates. Bad example. Welcome to Johnson's Home Services, where we've been proudly serving the greater metropolitan area since 1987 with a wide variety of home improvement solutions designed to meet your diverse needs. See the difference? The first one immediately tells Sarah exactly what she needs to know. The second one sounds like it was written by a committee of lawyers. Trust signals. People need to trust you before they'll call you. Trust signals include customer reviews and testimonials, professional certifications and licenses, before and after photos of your work, years in business, if it's impressive, guarantees or warranties. But here's the key. These trust signals need to be relevant to the specific service and location. If someone's looking for emergency plumbing in Scottsdale, a testimonial from a happy customer in Scottsdale about your emergency plumbing service is worth its weight in gold. Easy action. This is where most websites fail miserably. Your phone number should be big enough to read without squinting, clickable on mobile devices, visible on every page, accompanied by action words like call now or get help today. I once had a client whose phone number was in 8-point font at the bottom of their homepage. When I asked them why, they said they didn't want to be too pushy. I told them, "You're not being pushy, you're being helpful. People came to your website because they need your service. Make it easy for them to get it." Urgency. This doesn't mean fake countdown timers or limited time offers. This means acknowledging that your customer has a problem that needs to be solved quickly and positioning yourself as the solution. Available 24/7 for emergency repairs. Same-day service available. Call now. We'll be there in 30 minutes. The FAQ section. Mind reading for profit. Here's a conversion strategy that most businesses completely ignore. The FAQ section. And I'm not talking about boring, generic FAQs like, what are your hours? I'm talking about addressing the specific concerns and objections that prevent people from calling you. Think about it from your customer's perspective. They're standing in their flooded kitchen, they found your website, and they're thinking, how much is this going to cost me? Are they going to try to upsell me a bunch of stuff I don't need? What if they can't fix it tonight? Are they actually licensed and insured? What if I call and they don't answer? Your FAQ section should address these concerns head-on. Here are some examples. Q. How much do emergency plumbing calls cost? A. Our emergency service calls start at $89, which covers the first hour of labor. We'll give you an exact quote before we start any work, and there are never any hidden fees. Q. Do you really answer your phone 24/7? A. Yes. We have live dispatchers available around the clock. When you call our emergency line, you'll speak to a real person, not a voicemail system. Q. What if you can't fix my problem tonight? A. In 95% of cases, we can provide at least a temporary solution to stop immediate damage. If we need to order parts, we'll make sure your home is safe and schedule a follow-up appointment at your convenience. See how these answers don't just provide information, they remove objections and build confidence? The video advantage, your silent salesperson. Let's talk about video for a minute, because this is where you can really separate yourself from your competition. Most of your competitors have websites that look like they were built in 2003. They have stock photos of people in hard hats pointing at things, generic text that could apply to any business, in any city, and about as much personality as a DMV waiting room. But you're going to have video. Now, before you panic and start thinking about hiring a film crew, let me be clear. I'm not talking about Hollywood production values. I'm talking about a simple, authentic video that shows people who you are and what you do. Here's what works. 60 to 90 seconds long. You or someone from your team talking directly to the camera. Shot on location. Your shop, a job site, wherever makes sense. Focused on solving the customer's problem. Here's a script template that works. Hi, I'm Name from company. If you're watching this video, you probably have a problem that needs to be fixed quickly. We've been helping location homeowners with service for years, and we understand how stressful it can be when specific problem happens. Here's what you can expect when you call us. Specific process. We're licensed, insured, and we guarantee our work. Most importantly, we'll treat your home like it's our own. If you need help with service in location, give us a call at phone number. We're here to help. That's it. No fancy graphics, no dramatic music, just a real person talking to another real person about solving their problem. The blog strategy for conversion, not just traffic. Now, let's talk about how to use your blog not just to attract visitors, but to convert them into customers. Most business blogs are boring. They're full of industry jargon, generic tips that you could find anywhere, and content that sounds like it was written by a robot for other robots. But your blog can be a powerful conversion tool if you approach it strategically. The problem-solution blog post. Formula. Instead of writing generic posts like 5 tips for maintaining your HVAC system, write posts that address specific problems your customers are facing. What to do when your air conditioner stops working at 2 a.m. in Phoenix. Why your kitchen sink keeps backing up and how to fix it tonight. The real reason your roof is leaking. It's not what you think. Each post should 1. Acknowledge the problem and the stress it causes. 2. Provide some immediate, actionable advice. 3. Explain when it's time to call a professional. Include a clear call to action to contact you. 5. Feature your contact information prominently. The local angle. Remember, you're not trying to rank nationally for plumbing tips. You're trying to attract local customers who need your services. So make your blog posts locally relevant. Common plumbing problems in older Phoenix homes. Why Scottsdale homeowners should service their AC before summer. Preparing your Tempe home's plumbing for winter. This approach does 2 things. It helps with local SEO, and it makes your content more relevant and trustworthy to local customers. The trust-building content strategy. Here's something most businesses get wrong. They think their website should be all about them. We're the best, we've been in business for 20 years, we're award-winning, blah, blah, blah. But your customers don't care about you. They care about their problem and whether you can solve it. Instead of talking about how great you are, talk about how you're going to help them. Instead of listing your awards, show before and after photos of problems you've solved. Instead of talking about your experience, share stories about customers whose days you've saved. Here's an example. Instead of, we're Phoenix's premier plumbing company with over 25 years of experience and an A+B BB rating. Try. Last Tuesday at 11 p.m., we got a call from a family in Ahwatukee whose main water line had burst, flooding their garage and threatening their home's foundation. Our emergency crew was there in 20 minutes, had the water shut off in 5 minutes, and had a temporary repair in place within an hour. By the next afternoon, we had installed a new main line and their water service was fully restored. Which one makes you feel more confident about calling them? The conversion killers. You need to avoid. Before we wrap up the conversion strategies, let me share some common mistakes that kill conversions. Conversion. Killer number 1. Too many choices. Don't overwhelm people with options. If someone lands on your emergency plumbing page, don't also try to sell them bathroom remodeling, drain cleaning, and water heater installation. Stay focused on solving their immediate problem. Conversion killer number 2. Hidden contact information. Your phone number should be visible on every page, preferably in multiple places. Don't make people hunt for it. Conversion. Killer number 3. Generic stock. Photos. Nothing says, "we don't care" like a stock photo of a guy in a hard hat pointing at something. Use real photos of your team, your work, and your service area. Conversion. Killer number 4. Slow loading times. If your page takes more than 3 seconds to load on mobile, you're losing customers. Period. Conversion killer number 5. No social proof. People want to know that others have used your service and been happy. Include customer reviews, testimonials, and case studies. The follow-up strategy that doubles your conversions. Here's something most businesses never think about. What happens to the people who visit your website but don't call right away? Maybe they're not ready to make a decision yet. Maybe they want to get a few quotes. Maybe they're hoping the problem will go away on its own. Spoiler alert, it won't. This is where email marketing comes in, but not the way most businesses do it. The Problem Solver Email Series. Set up a simple email opt-in on your website that offers something valuable, maybe a home emergency checklist or seasonal maintenance guide. Then send a series of helpful emails that 1. Provide genuine value and tips. 2. Position you as the local expert. 3. Include subtle reminders that you're available when they need help. 4th, share customer success stories and testimonials. This keeps you top of mind for when they do need your services, or when their neighbor asks for a recommendation. Your conversion optimization action plan. All right, here's what I want you to do this week. Day 1 to 2, the mobile audit. Look at every page of your website on your phone. Can you easily find and click your phone number? Is your value proposition clear? Time yourself. Can you figure out what you do and how to contact you in under 10 seconds? Day 3 to 4, the FAQ creation. Write down the 10 most common questions or concerns your customers have. Turn these into an FAQ section that addresses their real worries, not just basic information. Day 5 to 6. The Trust Signal Audit. Look at your website through your customer's eyes. What proof do you have that you're trustworthy and competent? Add more customer reviews, before, after photos, and relevant certifications. Day 7. The Video Plan. Plan out a simple 60 to 90-second video introducing yourself and your service. You don't need to film it this week, just plan what you're going to say. What's coming next? In our next episode, we're going to dive into off-page SEO, the secret sauce that tells Google your website is more trustworthy and authoritative than your competitors. This is where things get really interesting, because we're going to talk about how to build your online reputation in a way that not only improves your search rankings, but also makes customers more likely to choose you over your competition. Look, getting traffic to your website is great, but traffic without conversions is just vanity metrics. What matters is turning those visitors into customers who pick up the phone and call you. The strategies we've covered today aren't complicated, but they do require you to think like your customer instead of thinking like a business owner. When you focus on solving their problems, addressing their concerns, and making it easy for them to take action, conversions happen naturally. Remember, every person who visits your website is a potential customer who was interested enough in your service to click on your listing. Don't waste that opportunity with a website that looks like everyone else's or makes it hard for people to contact you. Your website should be working for you 24/7, turning visitors into customers even when you're sleeping. And with the strategies we've covered today, that's exactly what it will do. I'm James, thanks for listening to the SEO Playbook, and I'll see you in the next episode where we're going to talk about building the kind of online authority that makes Google love your website.